Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And joining me today is my wonderful guest, Randy Downs. Hi, Randy. How are you?
Hello, doing well. Thank you for having me today. So excited to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you. Excited to have you here. Now, let's begin with, giving our audience a little bit about your background and why you decided to run for Ward 2 council member.
Absolutely. So my name is Randy Downs. I am running for DC Ward 2 Council member because I believe we need ethical and bold leadership on the DC Council. We also need representation. There's currently no out openly queer council member, and I would be thrilled to be on the council representing and lifting up the voices for our family members.
Wonderful, wonderful. I agree. We need people like that there looking out for our interests as well. So I
Absolutely.
love that. Now tell me, what are the three biggest issues that you would like to tackle if you do become elected?
Absolutely. So what's top of mind for me and the residents right now? I'm really hearing a lot about, COVID, resiliency. So how do we survive this thing together? And then also recovery. We need to be supporting our small businesses, our workers, making sure we all come out of this together on the other side. The second biggest issue, I believe, is housing and affordability. The rent is just too damn high. And we have long-term residents who should be able to stay in their homes and their neighborhoods that they love. And we should be able to welcome folks into our community who want to live here. And I've been proud to be leading on housing for LGBTQ seniors and transgender residents. So excited to continue to do more. And then third, racial justice and public safety. Given the events of the past 2 months and what we've really seen for years, I believe we need serious changes on public policy, and it needs to be addressed with a health approach, including reallocating resources from MPD to fund those programs, to work to prevent violence in our communities before it even starts. I'm saddened that my opponent, she supported stop and frisk, and she supported park police, more park police in DuPont Circle. These are the same park police who tear gassed protesters for Donald Trump's photo op. And we don't need more police in our communities, police that are unaccountable to us.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you mentioned COVID, you brought that up. Let me ask you, how have you had to, adapt, especially running a campaign when it comes to the pandemic? And what have you learned thus far from the campaign process?
Sure. I mean, so this public health emergency pandemic has been a roller coaster for everyone. So I want to acknowledge that. It's a wild ride. In terms of the campaign, we're trying to reach and talk to as many folks as we can. So out at farmers markets, out in the community, chatting with folks. We're also doing a lot of online and digital things, interviews such as this. And so getting our voices out, our messages out, and talking to folks is the key. And we're being creative. I'm bringing my authentic queer self to this campaign, and so excited to be leaning into creative ways of connecting with people. And so hopefully we'll see more of that as we move forward.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I wanted you to tell our viewers how important voting is this year. How important it is this year, especially more than any, and how they can go about to make sure that they are doing the right things and doing the right steps when it comes to voting this year.
Absolutely. I think most people would agree this is likely the most important election of our lifetime. And so we need every single person registered and voting, because we really need serious change at all levels of the government. And so folks need to first, number one, make sure you're registered to vote. If not, go to Randy Downs for randyforward2.com. There you can find resources on registering to vote, making sure your voter registration is up to date. And then DC residents, you are going to get a ballot. If you are registered, you are going to get a ballot in the mail the first week of October. So as soon as you get that, fill it out, and then you can either mail it in, you can drop it off at one of the secure drop boxes, or you can take it to a voting center. And then, of course, the old-fashioned way of showing up the day of on November 3rd and casting your ballot.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, tell me, Randy, if our viewers want to support your campaign, keep up with you, follow you, how can they go about doing that?
First, go to randyforward2.com. That's RandyForward2.com. Learn more about our campaign, the issues. You can donate, you can sign up to volunteer, and I'm running as a fair elections candidate. That means all DC donors get their donation matched 5-to-1. So $50 actually turns into $300. It's a great way to show your involvement and caring for our communities. So donations are huge as well. And so, yeah, go to the website, reach out to me on social media, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and let's do this together.
And tell us the Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, the account names.
Yeah, Twitter, Randy Dale Downs, and Facebook, Randy Forward 2, and Instagram as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Randy. And thanks for joining me today. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you, Krylios.
Thank you. And best of luck. And to our viewers, thank you for watching.